Hi guys, it's me, Joseph Linderson again, and for this video that I will be dedicating to Easter of 2025, I should be doing a very odd movie for this time of year. But for those who've seen the movie, they know the exact reason why they have it so often during Easter time. And that being this movie, Cool Hand Luke, which is a very awesome movie. I believe that it was supposed to take place during the 50s. I believe that's when they had the chain gangs in prison and such. And it was made in 1967, and it's a pretty cool movie. So, why in God's name would they ever have a movie about prisoners being killed throughout Easter time? I mean, sure, there was a point where Jesus Christ was a prisoner of sorts. So you have to wonder why this movie is so prevalent nowadays. It's because of a very special scene I'll get to in a moment. But right now, this movie is awesome. It's great. It depicts what happens during a prison in the time period of the 50s. And by the end of it, you actually see the formation of an urban legend of sorts with Cool Hand Luke. Now this is played by the titular character of Luke is played by Paul Newman. And I believe that Luke was one named of the apostles of the Christ. So that's some religious significance too, as well. Like that in the movie, right after the Easter scene, they show Luke like in the table, like Jesus Christ on the cross, in a much more realistic way than they do in the Carrie movie, when they show a very disturbing image of Christ on the cross. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But they present all these fresh meat, if you will, people that are going into prison for the first time. And it's actually pretty funny because it's like a casual Sunday for them, with the Hawaiian shirts on, with everything else. It's no funny. I mean, you would think that they would have like a jail outfits on, maybe prison uniforms on, something like that, orange or maybe black and white stripes and that kind of thing. But they don't. It turned out that Go Local there was arrested for popping the heads off of parking meters, which, if you don't know it, it's a way for the city government to make money off of parking spots. You put your coin in here, and then you put it in different, like let's say an hour, 2 hours, and then you got refill the meter with money again. So that was kind of like a destruction of municipal property. I don't know if that would be a chain gang offense, but it'd be pretty. I guess back then it was. So anyway, they all go to prison, with murderers and whatever else you can think of, like heavier crimes. I know I don't know what makes a relatively non-violent person with someone like murderous deeds and all that other stuff too. But whatever. It was way before my time. So anyway, they had they have different rules for this prison. There's no fighting or grabassery, whatever that means, except on Sundays, on Saturday, I mean, which they do too. Luke fighting with Dragline, which is played by George Kennedy, and kind of a weird boxing thing that resembles more of the game Bully, or say Punch Out. I wouldn't be surprised if they had those games being influenced by this wonderful movie. So anyway, you see, Luke giving these weird instructions besides the no fighting and grab ass just Saturday. You see, no smoking unless you're in the prone position. No smoking if you're in the prone position. What I have no idea what that means, but they want the men in it to smoke, but with the leg dangling off the side of the cot. I have no idea what the prone position means for that. Maybe it means a fetal position, whatever. That and they don't want the men going to bed with dirty pants on. I have no idea why they do this, because the main prison building with inmates sleeping and whatnot it's a pigsty. It's like a shack. So I don't get why dirty pants would be that big of a deal. But anyway, they also have like a bunch of people there. They have Dragline, which is like the big boss of the group. He also gives the nickname to everyone. You have Coco, Puppet Lou Antonio, Loudmouth Steve. You have Alibi. You have Gambler. And you have the Tramp, played by Harry Dean Stanton, which is popular from Christine and other stuff too, and the Green Mile. So I guess he was like a cast in the prisoner role. So anyway, it's so funny because there's no actual other new prisoners in this movie. I believe that they are in the prison for a good 6 months until the end of the movie. But yeah, and they have that, and then they also have like this guy who's like the boss, and in this is the time when they had multiple bosses, like the higher ups in the prison system, like the overseers and whatnot. And they even had this one guy. It's like the man with no eyes, and he obviously does have eyes because he's the sheriff or whatever in the area. But he's got like he wears like the aviator glasses, like in South Park when it's respect my authority, Cartman, and they have him like that. But I would say that he's the influence for the devil character in the in the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou, one of my favorites. So they have that guy in there. And they also have this other guy that's like the warden of the group that retrieves Luke on multiple occasions when he tried to escape, with a very funny voice, much like the woman from the Poltergeist movies. And it's really, really funny, especially because he drives a wood car. And you know, the Woody is like a luxury car that bring back prisoners in. So I don't know why they bring back prisoners in that other than the standard police car or truck or whatever. So anyway, they have them. Let's see, what was it gonna say? And they want to show that he's up, one of the group, one of the, oh yeah, I remember now what I was gonna say. They also say that that guy with the funny voice says, to Luke once, he said, what we have here is a failure to communicate. That would lead you against him in the movie, which Luke gets a beating for responding in that way. And also, that's a quote we used from Major Payne, in which you said, what we have here is a failure to communicate. You know, like that playing this. So they also have Dennis Hopper in here, which I could honestly not pick him out as the other guys. There was Robert Donner, there was Morgan Wood. So anyway, they have the guys over there doing this stuff, and Luke wants to do it. It shows that he's one of the not Montel, but he's one of the boys. So he picks a fight with Dragline to earn his respect. Now we all know that George Kennedy is the big guy, like a big muscular guy in this movie. So he actually does this, and he's like a big guy versus like a little runt. Palm is. So even though Dragline can barely get nicked by the guy and punch him out one hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, he still gets up over and over again. So therefore it gives the guy hope, and it shows that the guy got guts, and he doesn't want to give up easily. Even though he got unsurmountable odds against the big Dragline. So that earned a little bit of street cred in this prison. It's all you got pretty much in that world. So at one point they have Luke's mother come to the prison, in which he gotta give it the Sunday best to go see her out on the road. And she rides in, but I can only describe it as a hearse back then. So so they wax philosophical about how like them and stuff. This is before the movie, but before the event of the movie, and she played by married Joe Van Fleet. And a very careful thing because she used to say goodbye and talk to him. And unfortunately, she passed away off screen. But because he's in prison, he can't go and see her because otherwise he might run away from his containment. So, he eventually tried to get away, but not later. So, to prove his gumption to provide the men hope and stuff, this comes on to the scene, the big scene. He says, and everyone gambles about it, that I can eat 50 eggs in an hour. That'd be 50 eggs in 1 hour, hard-boiled eggs. So everyone gets involved in this. Even the cook does. You know, whereas he's normally used to eating, like, usually making like a grits, magic grits, and beans and the cornbread. So that's fine. Then see him gradually eat all the eggs in this basket, which I have no idea how that works out, how the prison can afford to do that, because on the current prices, the eggs are like $5 a dozen, around $5 a dozen. So gotta figure that 4 dozen about that would be $20. So way back when, that'd be like a fortune for them in prison. So you see this guy eating all the eggs, and so that Paul Newman really didn't eat 50 eggs, but he ate some of them, like 20 or so eggs. So then it's like having the people chew and stuff for him, and everything else more rises, chewing a bug and stuff, and Jacqueline actually does respect enough to actually show the eggs for him, because if he drops any of the eggs, it's an omelet for a king. So this inspires the men to be hopeful that that they can do the impossible, because nobody believes that he can eat 50 eggs in an hour. It reminded me of when my father tried to eat a 76-ounce steak in 1 hour at JR's restaurant, which he did do in a much more liberal time limit than this guy did. He did it in like the last couple of seconds. My dad did it in like a few minutes of the deadline. So anyway, you see them really rooting for this guy, like, go Luke, go Luke, go Luke. Everybody's happy for him when he finally does it, even though the guy looks pregnant. And my dad even said that when he did it, he couldn't even throw it up. It was so it was like eating a block of lead. I can't wait till I try it myself. So anyway, there were other little instances like this. One time when they were trying to tar a road because they were the chain gang for cheap labor and stuff for the city or the state. So Luke tried to rouse them up and get them to work a lot faster. And in fact, he did do that road a lot faster than, say, they were 2 hours done early. So, that was very fun. They were like, she was able to, give him his cause and stuff for that. So, eventually, the mother dies, which is very unfortunate. And the guy's were very respectful to give him his space for a few minutes to let her sink in. It was nice. So there was also the part where this woman was over there, acting like a, well, I don't want to say slutty, but like acting like, showing off her body and, being able to the guys and stuff in front of them and all that, teasing them, tormenting them and making them hot and bothered, if you will. Suppose that some of them even take off their shirt and stuff. Judge Glenn even calls her his innocent Lucia, and she's played by Joy Harmon. But they never mention that in the movie because she's free. She can do whatever she wants. So she torments the guys and enjoys it. Do all this stuff and making them want to be with her and stuff, but knowing that they can't touch her. The best thing I can equivalent that to is some YouTube people where they act innocent but they're very sexy and then they can't be touched by men. So, and they know exactly what to do, and it's not innocent about them at all. So, I would think that with the prison guards always on their backs, I would think that all they would say, stop looking at her, or like, back away with him, your cousin's destruction scene and stuff. But no, he does it. And I'm sure that many of the men probably have good dreams about it later on. But let's see here. Also, Luke tends to be a rabbit in that he keeps trying to get away from the popos. There is a very real risk of him going into the solitary confinement, which is basically an outhouse with a piss and a shit bucket for them. And then you have to get undressed in front of the police, the sheriffs over there. And yes, we do see two people's asses in there. No, I don't like to see that. So there is nudity in this movie. But, yeah. It's fun, of course, for the guys and for the viewers too. I want you into that kind of thing. So anyway, Luke ends up running away for the first time, and he ends up think of it like a joyride. He's playing around with the dogs, make them follow him around, getting caught in wire fences and all that. And one dog even faints from working too hard to catch him. I don't know how that works out, but he eventually caught up again of doing all the tricks of, running away into water, lose his tent, dodge in and out fences and stuff. And then he runs away again. And this time the first time they put him in like shackles so they can't run away. And then the next time that he does it, he ends up giving the dogs like a pepper and cayenne treatment to the nose. It's just horrible because I know you're trying to read these animals, but if they sniff up like pepper and spices and stuff like that, they'll destroy the noses. They'll cripple the dogs to the point that they can't even work anymore. So I don't get why they did that. And think about the kids that help them out are too complicit in it. They're not kids would not be disobedient to a complete stranger. And they would ask questions. They would say like, what you need the axe, mister? Oh, what are you gonna do with that axe, mister? Or like, why you need this pepper and stuff for it? So then when they get back, they end up beating the tar out of poor old Luke. And they end up beating him up and having him dig a ditch in the dirt by himself. While the other guys look on horror at making an example of this guy. What would happen if they get this away from? And then he's like, he tied up to that and said, why is dirt so out of my yard? And then go to put it back into the hole. And then make him do it again. Make him dig it out again, and then make him put it back in again. And then he just snaps. And he tackled the guard. And then gets beat up again for it. And then like, please, mister, please don't beat me up anymore. I'll do whatever you want. I'll forgive you to kiss your ass. I'll do anything you want me to do. So then like, okay, Luke, you got one more chance, or we'll kill you. So then they go onto another chain thing, and they're like, he's like, yes, boss. No, boss. Let me go get that for you, boss. And then he goes into the truck and gets the guy's rifle for him. And then come back in and like looks down and stuff. And then the officer shoots a troll that's in the water on his own business. Not even poisonous or anything like that. He shoots him and he go get him. So he's like the dog from the Duck Hunt video game. And he's like, you got this, boss. Congratulations, boss. Nice shot, boss. And then he's like, okay, you can go leave it alone. Put it in the back of the car, in the back of the truck. So then he goes into the truck, and smart ass Luke ends up hijacking the police truck. And then when he drive away, everyone cheered him on a lot because he fooled the guys. He thought that he was playing like a coy and obedient and all that stuff. Meanwhile, he was really playing football taps. So George can Dragline goes with him as being like his confidant and coach and all that. So he escaped them too. And he seemed to have a good time. And you might be asking yourself, why don't they go get him? Well, they tried to go get him, but Quill and Luke tried to do a little switcheroo, in that when he went to go get the rifle for the guy after he shot the snake and he shot the turtle, he stole the keys to the car. So I would think that if you were dealing with prisoners and stuff, you would have other guards and whatnot keep an eye on the truck keys and tires and all that, sensitive stuff like that. But nope, he gets away with the drag line, and they go to a church, a very secret church, like Christ back there. And he said, no, with the police, and I'm gonna catch up with him. Sorry. So then he throws back to a line about what we have here for is a failure to communicate, to which the sheriff shoots him off in the head, next to his head. Don't be a wise ass, people with guns. So then they have Drigland come to the cops and say, you know, if you took him out of it, we'll be able to go free without harming him back to the prison. So he gets Luke to come out. Luke is injured, very badly injured, and what's his name? Dragline attacks the cops, tackles him, and knocks off his glasses, his signature aviator glasses, and they crash with the car. And it's important to note that also Dragline is the one that gives everyone the nicknames. Kind of like Trump does. He gives them all nicknames and stuff. So anyway, we all knew that Luke will die by the time we reach the prison hospital, because it's like an hour away. But they want to take him anyway because they're he's under their watch. He's their charge. So, what's his name? Dragline starts a rumor among the other inmates at the prison yard there that Luke was smiling. That Lukey smile. Like, you know, like, I know what I'm doing. You know, I got one over on the authorities, on the authorities. And, you know, they can't get over on me. So, yeah. That's how the urban legend thing gets started. And where eventually get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, so it's bigger than the man himself. So yeah, I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It was good for Easter for this part. They even had the guy that was in the Matrix movie, Anthony Zerbe, as the dog boy. And from the Matrix, he was the Mayor of Zion, if you could call him that. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie for the Christ imagery of, you know, a prisoner giving hope to do the impossible, or in this case, stand up to authority, stand up for what you believe is right. And yet they did the whole thing like, I'm innocent and stuff. With no eyes said, didn't want to hear it. So that was pretty funny. And that guy was the same guy that went into the solitary first. Anyway, I like this movie for the whole Chain Gang, the visualizing the Chain Gang lifestyle and what happened during that. So, I thank you for watching my video on Cool Hand Luke. It was really fun. It was so great. 1967. And, Paul Newman won an award for this. An Academy Award. I can trust you why. He deserved it. So did everyone else. George Kennedy did a good job at Dragline. And he was like, the normal guy in prison. So he also this is like one of his signature roles, I feel. as well as Joy Hartman, Lucia. And that's a good movie for Easter because of the egg scene. Eating so many goddamn eggs. I couldn't have eaten so many eggs at once. And as such, I give this movie my happy face to seal approval because it's epic, awesome, stand up to authority, do it right, to prove your manhood. So now, I would like to, if you guys like what you see here and you want to see more of my videos, please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contact me for future input on my future videos and such by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707. And if you want, you can always reach me. You can follow me on Twitter at PNelsonPro. Also, my email is jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, as for all you Luke fans out there, all you Luke people out there who like to be like Cool Hand Luke, peace out, my brothers and sisters. And a special thanks for all the people who like the movies of this era from the 60s. Very green and very dirty and stuff. So, aloha, arrivederci, ciao ciao, sayonara, to all you girls and guys in Interland. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.